Hi guys, welcome back to the I Don't Even Know podcast. I'm Em, I hope you're doing well. Today I'm here for Love Island USA reunion because what the fuck was that? Like, what the actual fuck? I don't know what I watched last night. It was so confusing. It threw me off because that was not what I was expecting. Honestly, it was kind of a letdown, in my opinion, because I was expecting a lot more fights, which we got some, but I was expecting a lot more, expecting more things to come out, more people to talk, because they had everyone there, and they, didn't say anything. A couple of them literally did not say a fucking thing, and, I get they wanted everyone there, but I'm also, maybe we should have kept it to, the main people so we could have arguments and we could see things, because I was ready for shit to unfold. I was ready for chaos. I was ready for screaming, yelling, going after some people, and we didn't get it, and it really pissed me off because I was so excited. The reason I watched Love Island season 6 so quickly and binged it was because I wanted to be caught up for this. That was literally the main reason. I like to get shows done quickly, especially when they're not on my list, but for reality shows, I usually just watch them occasionally, during breaks from my other stuff I'm watching. But for this, I knocked it out in a couple days. That was my main focus for a week, and I did it for this because I was so excited, and I was oh, this is gonna be incredible. Everyone was saying it's gonna go crazy, but it didn't. Some things were great, but some things were shit, and I wish we got more. We did not need the, 10 or however many minutes of the fire pit scene. I would have been fine with, 5 minutes of that, but that was so fucking long. We didn't need to see the whole thing. Yes, I wanted them to see part of it so they wouldn't attack Leah and, Leah could be free from all that, but we really did not need to see the whole thing. I would have rather seen some other things that didn't air, not them going after and going back and forth, because it was a lot longer than I thought. I thought it was going to be 10, not even 10, I thought it was going to be 5 minutes of it, because that's what we saw. And of course they cut stuff out, but I didn't think it was going to be that long. They really went back and forth. So even when Leah said in that episode, I took a backseat, I understood what she said. She really didn't push for it, and even seeing that, she didn't. And I'm happy they showed it. But did we need to see the whole thing? No. There was other things they could have done instead of that. There's... I wanted more context about different things. For example, I heard on Twitter that the reunion got held back 2 hours or some shit because Aaron and Kayla were fighting. And they didn't even address that. I wanted to see that. Maybe not see it, but I wanted them to address the fact that they're late for it. It's late. They're already having drama. Come on. We could have seen that. There's so much we could have seen and could have avoided. I wish we somewhat avoided the Nicole and Kendall situation. I wanted them to address their relationship because I wanted to know if they were still together, because I did like them when I was watching the show, to be honest. I really did. But, I know people were, at the end, I don't think she likes him as much as he likes her, which I was okay, maybe, but, I'll just, wait and see. But then with the whole Kendall leak thing coming out, I was wondering what was happening, because, of course, she stayed, pretty silent through it, which, makes sense. But I was wondering, where they were, because everyone was saying they were broken up and all of that, so I was curious to see, where they were, and I'm happy they addressed where they were and that they're still together, but Nicole did not need to bring it up, okay? She did not need to bring up the video. Maybe in a way, yes, but, the way she was kind of making it about herself, yeah, you are involved, kind of, because you are dating him, but you could see how traumatic, it's a traumatic thing. He was traumatized by it. You could tell he was literally shaking when they were talking about it. He was so anxious, he couldn't not tell his family. He didn't know what to do. This fucks somebody up so much. You making this about you and, like, crying. Like, yeah, I get you're mad that he lied and all that, but first of all, talk about this on your time. Don't do it on a reality show reunion. Like, it's not for TV. Like, and you've literally been avoiding him. Like, you haven't been wanting to talk. Like, you've given each other space just so you could do this on here. Like, no, you do it outside. It's like the poor man looked fucking traumatized. And he probably is. Like, like, it's so stupid. I'm happy, like, they were all trying to defend Kendall. Because, like, I'm not the biggest Kendall fan, but I don't hate the guy. And I was just like, it's traumatic. And she was just, the way she went at it was so weird. And I really did not appreciate it. I just, like, I want to like her. And I did until now. But now she's kind of seeming like a bitch. And I feel like they're not gonna last long at all, which upsets me because they were the only couple that, like, stuck through Casa, even though everyone else did get back together by the end of it, but they were the ones who stuck through it the whole time. Like, they were the only ones that lasted, like, the whole time, like, through Casa. So, like, I was hoping for them because they seemed cute, but just that made me kind of be like, okay, like, let's not. Like, there were other ways to go. She should not have brought that up and kind of made it about her. I'm sorry, she shouldn't. Like, that's not something you bring up on television. Like, I don't care if it's a reality TV show and people like drama and it's a reunion and you're trying to, like, you want drama. That's something you don't bring up because that's traumatic and he probably does not want to talk about it in front of people, especially when you guys have not been really talking that much recently because you're giving each other space with everything. Yeah, I didn't like that. It wasn't the time or place. Like, we could have avoided that and talked about something else. Not sure what. But, like, we could have just avoided that. I just felt really bad for Kendall, honestly. Because you could, like, tell from his body language that it was upsetting him. And her crying over it. Like, yeah, I get you're mad. But, like, it's like, it's just not the time. Like, talk about it after. Talk about it before. Don't, like, not talk to him and then bring everything up at the reunion. Like, yeah, Ariana asked if you guys were okay, but you could have just said, no, but we're figuring it out. Don't just start talking about, like, that. Like, oh my gosh. Like Nicole, girl lost some points because of that. She really did. Like, I'm hoping everything goes well, because Kendall, I honestly deserves better. Like, I feel really bad for him, like, with this whole situation. So, like, I'm hoping they work it out and he can be happy, but if I would not be surprised if they are done at this point. I feel like maybe they talked after the reunion and, like, broke up or some shit like that. I'm not really sure. I just know a lot of people, like, said even before the video came out that they didn't think Nicole liked Kendall as much as he liked her, and that she did it for the money, which, I mean, could have been the case. I mean, I did kind of think that he liked her more than she liked him, but I was kind of hoping I was wrong because they were cute. But I guess we'll get our answers, or maybe we won't, and maybe they'll just break up. I don't see them lasting, to be honest. Like, I would like them to, but then I just don't see it. Like, I'm surprised they even lasted to the reunion. Like, I was so certain they broke up because of how silent she was, which makes sense. Like, she didn't want to probably talk about it, needed time away to, like, comprehend everything. But I thought they were broken up, especially because he was, like, out doing stuff, which makes sense, like, as he should, to be honest. Like, as he should, but, like, that did also make everyone think that they were broken up because he was out, like, with his friends and she was, like, away. I don't know how to feel about her anymore. But you know who I feel, like, who gained points in the reunion for me? Like, Nicole went down. but Kayla went up a bit. Not completely. I still have my issues with her, but she really upped her game. Like, I can't lie. When she was going after Aaron, like, exactly. Like, I've been waiting for this moment. I was waiting for her to realize her worth and realize he is a piece of shit and does not deserve her. Like, I literally hate that man. And you guys know, if you listen to my, like, Love Island rant after I binged it, because I went on a whole thing about how I think Aaron is in love with Rob. He does not deserve Kayla. He treats her like shit. And they were still together at that point. Like, when I found out a couple days before the reunion that they broke up, that it was confirmed, I was like, oh my gosh, like, thank you. Like, I was so worried that they were still going to be together by the reunion. Like, that was the one couple I was like, there's no way they will. But then I'm also like, she does not know her worth, and she keeps going back to him. So she might, and then the reunion will make her realize, like, oh, fuck, I messed this up. I shouldn't have been with him. Like, what was I thinking? I'm happy she realized it, because I'm loving single Kayla. Like, where was the energy she had at the reunion at the villa? Like, after Casa, oh my gosh, why do I say it wrong? Casa, she should have done what she did there. Like, I'm sorry, she should have lost her shit at that man. And she did it in a way, but she went back to him and kept crying, like, I need no tears, full out bashing the man. And she did that at the reunion. And I'm, like, I was wondering what happened, like, to make her realize, like, oh, I deserve better. It's like, I mean, it was obvious she did. But I was wondering what kind of pushed her, because to me, I just didn't think she was going to do it. But, like, I'm happy she watched the show. Like, I know a lot of them don't, because it's like they don't want to relive some stuff, and they're like, no, traumatizing, or some shit like that. But I'm happy she did, because there's a lot that was said on there that she obviously didn't know about, especially at Casa, and, like, the shit they did. And so I'm happy she went back, she watched it, and was like, oh, fuck, I deserve better. Like, I don't deserve this piece of shit. I need to call this off. Like, as she should. As she should. Especially when, like, Aaron, at the reunion, for some reason thought it would be a good idea to start saying that, like, I put my hand down Daniela's pants. It's like, you're telling her this now in front of people. Like, I don't know how many people were there. I assume it was in front of a live audience because there was cheering. But, like, I don't know how many people were there. But still, that's weird to, like, bring up now. Like, why didn't you bring that up when she confronted you? Like, don't bring that up now. And I feel bad because I was worried they were going to go after Daniela. And it's not her fault. Like, I love Daniela. She's my favorite Casa girl. I literally adore her. She's, like, such a genuine person. Like, did I like that she lied a little bit to Kayla? No. But, like, I really think she's a genuine person and really sweet. And I was worried they were going to go after her, but I'm happy they didn't. And she was like, I'm sorry, like, blah, 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 I should have been honest. I'm happy. And Kayla's like, no, you're fine. Like, you're good. Like, it's not your fault. Like, I was happy. Like, let's just bash Aaron. Like, come on. Like, fuck. Like, fuck Aaron, you know? Like, I don't know. It's, like, insane. I'm just still shocked they lasted outside of the villa. I really thought, like, right when they got out of the villa, she was going to dump him. Or he was going to dump her, honestly. I don't know. I'm just so happy she did not cry. Because after he told her there that, like, he put his hands down Daniela's hands, I was like, oh my gosh, girl, don't cry. You're better than this. Like, come on. Like, I'll like you so much more if you don't fucking cry. Because here's the thing. I liked her at the beginning. And, like, I liked her for the most part. I had some issues with her, but I liked her. The one thing that, like, pissed me off and made her, like, keep going down on my list and, like, made me not really like her was the fact that she cried so fucking much. Like, during Casa, she had reason. Like, that was a whole disaster. Like, I got that, but she kept crying and going back to him after he did her so wrong. I'm like, girl, stop crying. Stop going back to him. Just beat the shit out of him or something. I don't know. Like, punch him. Or just leave him. Oh my gosh, like, it literally is a miracle she didn't cry. Like, I was going into this expecting Kayla waterworks. I really was. I was like, I knew they were going to go after each other during the reunion because they were having issues before they started. But, like, I was fully expecting her to cry. I'm, like, happy she didn't. She stayed strong. Like, whoever said, where was this Kaylor, like, in the villa? 100%. Like, we needed her. Like, that would have helped so much. And maybe she would have left with a better man. Like, after Casa, I stand by this. She shouldn't have forgiven him. And she should have picked one of the Casa boys. Or whatever they were called. Like, she should pick one of them. Because they seem chill. Like, honestly, shout out to the guys for not doing anything. Like, but, like, she should have picked one of them instead of Aaron. Because Aaron's a piece of shit. And I stand by, like, that. Like, I feel bad for him. Because, like, when he was talking about how he lost his grandma before, like, the BFFs podcast and everything like that, and, like, he said Kaylor didn't do anything, or, like, they went on and everything, and Kaylor, like, bashed him, or whatever. Like, I, of course, feel bad for him with that, like, my condolences to him, but, like, I only feel bad for him because of that, because I never wish that on anyone, but, like, other than that, I don't feel bad for him. Like, I feel bad for him because he went through that. Other than that, he's a piece of shit. And I don't. Like, I'm not a monster, so I feel bad because he lost his grandmother. But, like, if you push that away, he's a piece of shit. And I don't like him still. And I don't think I ever will. Especially, like, when Janae went after him, it's like, you called us idiots after the fire pit. Like, do you feel bad about that? Now that you watched it, like, are you better? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, bro, show more emotion. Be like, I'm sorry I called you idiots. I'm a fucking dumbass. Like, don't just look at her and be like, yeah, like, no. Show emotion. Say shit. Say shit with your chest. Like, figure it out. Like, I'm so done with him. Like, honestly, can he stay in the UK? I'm sorry, but, like, can he stay there? Like, I don't want him here. It's just everything about him. He just gives me the ick. I'm sorry, like, since day one, there was something about him that made me get the ick from him. Like, one of the first, like, things we saw of him. Like, just something was off with him and I didn't like him. But it just grew. And it wasn't an ick anymore. It's just the fact that I could not stand the man and he pissed me off. And he did Kaylor so fucking dirty. Like, I'm just so proud of Kaylor, honestly, at this point. Like, so proud that she stood her ground and, like, called him out. And, like, did everything she needed to do. And Liv going after Aaron as well. Like, that is my girl. I love her so much. And I'm so happy, like, she was there for Kaylor and helped her. Because I did love their friendship in the show. And I love how they're, like, really, really good friends right now. And, like, I mean, most of the girls are good friends. But, like, them especially, like, they're together all the time. And, like, they're posting TikToks and hanging out. Like, I love that for her. Because I feel like you need a friend like Liv, especially Kaylor in her single girl era. Like, she needs Liv, because Liv does not hold back. Like, she'll go for it, and she went for it with Aaron, and, like, as she should, to be honest. Like, I was expecting Liv to go off at some people, and Aaron was one of them, and I'm happy she did it, and I'm happy she, like, switched seats with Kaylor, like, so they didn't sit next to each other, because I thought it was weird that they put them together. Like, I get for the drama and because they used to be a couple, but they're not together anymore, so maybe separate them. Because I honestly thought hands were going to be thrown. I don't know why. I really did think hands were going to be thrown. Like, they've matured and they're a lot better now and they're not, like, insane. But there was, like, a picture after the reunion when they filmed it of Liv, and, like, her hair was kind of messy, and, like, everyone was like, oh, hands are going to be thrown. Like, I kind of did think that. I thought maybe she was going to fight with Aaron, like, actually, like, she did in a way, but I really thought, like, Andrea was going to get it. And honestly, like, I don't support violence in real life, necessarily. I mean, if you deserve it, you deserve it, like, whatever. But, like, I didn't think she deserved to get hit. Do I hate her? Yeah. Like, I don't like her still. But, like, I didn't think, I was worried she was going to get attacked, like, physically. But then also, like, I don't think the girls would do that. But, like, I honestly thought Aaron was going to get smacked at one point. I'm so serious. I would have been here for it, to be honest. Like, I really would have been there for that. Like, with Andrea, like, girl was pissing me off. Like, I knew she was going to upset me. Because, like, I don't like her. And I literally, in my Love Island episode, I went on a whole ass rant for, like, a while about how much I hated her. And, like, I really didn't like her. I'm not saying send death threats and actually say that on her Instagram. Like, she's most likely not going to see this, and I don't wish her any harm, any bad things. I just don't like her, okay? Like, I'm just putting that out there. Like, I never would wish that on anyone. But, like, my thing with her is just, like, her on TikTok, like, just pushed me the wrong way. Like, the way she's always going live, talking about different things, talking crap about Leah, saying shit about other people. Like, when she was like, I was nothing but kind. I'm happy Liv was like, no, you said some shit behind our backs when we watched it through. Like, you said some snarky comments. Like, I think I said this at one point, but, like, when Miguel came around, and Leah was like, oh, yeah, I'm single. And she was like, you're welcome. And then said something to about Hannah working out in front of Miguel. It's like, this is the first time we've seen her work out. Like, that's just so rude. Like, no. And you've said some other things, too, like, about Kaylor. Like, how, like, if I wanted Aaron, he would pick me over Kaylor. Like, girl, that is so, like, rude. Like, that's just such a rude thing to say. So I'm happy they called her out on that, because she was not nice. Like, maybe she had her moments, but for the most part, she was kind of a bitch. And, like, Hannah being like, oh, it's fine. Like, we're good. Like, it's fine. Like, yeah, I didn't really work out. I was just there for fun. And, like, yeah, but like, yeah, you can forgive her. But, like, you're friends, so you're kind of defending her. Like, that was rude to say. And, like, honestly, I would not want to be friends with someone who said that, or it would take me some time. Like I was waiting for almost everyone to go after Andrea, and they did. I mean, Janae had receipts. Like, shout out to her. When she pulled, like, her receipt, like, the packet out, I was dying. And, like, Kenny's little smile, like, he was trying to hold it in, but he was, like, so proud of her, and I feel like he honestly helped her with it. I don't know why he gives me that vibe. But, like, her pulling out receipts, like, as she should, because Andrea, girl, I'm sorry, but you kind of are a bitch. And I'm happy they called you out. Like, you calling Leah two-faced on After Sun, even though I didn't watch any of the After Sun episodes, I did see it on, like, TikTok and Twitter and even my Instagram. I literally saw it everywhere. Like, you are two-faced. Like, you say you're, like, this nice girl, you wouldn't do it, but you say shit behind people's backs, and Leah's literally not two-faced. Leah just says what she feels. She's nice, but she's honest. You know, like, clearly, like, almost none of the girls like you, but they all love Leah. So, like, make it make sense. Like, that's, you're literally describing like, what you call Leah is literally you. So, like, that was literally one of the reasons I was so excited for the reunion. I was ready for everyone to clock Andrea. Like, I was ready for them to go after her. And they did. Like, Leah, I'm happy Leah stood her ground and went after her. Because, I mean, as she should. Like, the way, like, Andrea was trying to make Leah, like, the bad person. Like, Leah did not do anything wrong. That's on you. Like, Leah stood her ground, ate everyone up, and I couldn't be prouder of her. And also, like, everyone, like, switching up on Leah now, or not everyone, but, like, a couple people being like, oh, she's mean. Like, no, she's just being honest and standing up for herself and her friends. That's literally what she did in the villa. It's just, everyone's around now. Like, it's literally no different. Like, come on now. Like, let's not switch up on her. Like, let's not do that, okay? Come on now. It's like, I don't get why people were switching up on her, and, like, everyone was basically just trying to redeem themselves in the reunion, which I get, but I feel like some of the stuff they were saying weren't genuine. Like, Koi, or, yeah, fish guy, I don't know, isn't Koi a fish? I don't know. That's literally the only reason I remember him, is because I'm pretty sure Koi is a type of fish, even though I literally know nothing about fish. But when he was, like, apologizing to Janae and Kenny for whatever he said on live stream, which I don't know what he said, I, like, never saw anything of that. I thought he was just going to apologize for making snarky comments to Janae about her body count when his is so much higher. So I was a little confused by that, but his apology didn't really seem sincere. Like, it felt like he was just doing that right away to get him in the clear for the rest of the reunion, because it was so quick. I thought we were going to get into that. Like, Janae was like, yeah, it's fine, like, whatever, but, like, I feel like they were just trying to redeem themselves. Like, I don't even know why Koi was there. I was just expecting him to, like, go after Janae and Janae to, like, clock him or something. And, like, same with the Casa girls. Like, they were fine. Like, I don't hate them. Like, Dea seems like a decent person. And, like, I like how she's, like, she's been nice to Serena and Cordell. And, like, they said, like, there's no bad blood. Like, they're good. And, like, all the Casa girls are, like, good with the girls, basically, and everything. Like, that was, like, okay, that makes me happy. But, like, where is the drama? Like, why the fuck were they there if that's all it was gonna be? Like, right? Because who else was there? Cassie was there, and she really just was there to, like, say her and Rob are just friends, which I'm not surprised by that. I kind of assumed they were. Like, she was there just for that. All the Casa girls, Cassidy, which I felt bad because Girlie didn't really even say anything. And I liked her. She seemed like a really nice girl. But we, of course, didn't get to see much of her. So I was hoping maybe this like, reunion we were going to see a bit more of her and hear from her. But we didn't. Like, she didn't say a fucking thing. Connor didn't say anything. And I was ready for Janae to go after Connor for everything. Even, like, Leah, Serena, literally everyone. I was ready for it. And I'm upset. It didn't happen. He literally did not say anything. Besides how he's close with Rob and whoever else. Like, Harrison didn't say anything. Who else? There were a couple people. Like, Hannah didn't really. She was there to defend Andrea. And also to say, like, how much hate she got for her makeup. Which that's not, like, okay. Like, yeah, her makeup wasn't great. Yeah, it wasn't great, but I don't, like, y'all went a little bit overboard. Like, that can make somebody feel so shitty. Like, let's not do that. Like, yeah, it wasn't great, but I feel bad for her, because I did like Hannah. Like, she always seemed like a chill person, and I wish she'd stayed longer, because I feel like she could have found someone eventually. Like, she didn't say much, she just said that. And then who else? Daniela didn't say really anything. Besides the thing with Aaron, but I get why she was there, because of the Aaron and Kayla drama, and also, I love her, so I wanted her there, so I was like, I didn't really care, but, like, people didn't say shit. Like, Rob was there a bit. I mean, Rob didn't talk as much as I thought he would, which I was fine, because I don't really like Rob, like, I really don't, but, like, I'm happy he was there to talk about Andrea, and, like, all that shit, and, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm happy they addressed the Leah thing with Rob about how, her taking the back seat and how, like, Rob kind of said it the wrong way to, Liv and Kayla, and then, like, they got upset because he said it the wrong way, then Leah told him, and, like, they got in it, and, like, I'm just happy everything's fine. Because even Leah said, like, Liv's my girl, Kayla's my girl, like, I love them, it's totally fine, like, I get, like, what you mean, you said it the wrong way, like, it's fine. Like, Leah's better than me, like, I would be so pissed off. I mean, I hate confrontation, oh my gosh, confrontation, why can I not speak? I hate confrontation, so, like, I probably wouldn't say anything, but, like, good for her, because I would be pissed off at these people, and I would not want to be friends with them. Leah stood her ground, so did Janae, so did Serena. The fact that Serena was laughing during the whole Nicole and Kendall thing had me dying. Because, like, I was like, girl, why are we laughing? Like, I mean, I was supporting her. Because I wasn't laughing. I was just so thrown off. And I didn't know what to do. And, like, I mean, you laugh when you're uncomfortable. So she probably was uncomfortable. And her also saying, like, she doesn't like men that lie to her. And stuff like that. Like, yeah, that too. But honestly, I think it was just she was uncomfortable. Which, same here. Like, girl, I was kind of uncomfortable watching it as well. Like, in weird situations, when people are fighting like that, and you're there, you're kind of like, oh, fuck, like, what do I do? Like, oh, my gosh. Like, I just, honestly, like, looking back at it, because, like, going to bed, thinking about it, because I watched it, like, after it came out, around, like, 9. Yeah, I watched it, like, at 9 last night. Like, when I went to bed, like, thinking about it, I was thinking about, like, how it was kind of, like, a waste of time. with a Pizza Hut sponsorship. That's literally all I could think of. Like, we were expecting some big things, and we got some stuff, which I enjoyed, but we didn't get a lot. And, like, I wanted more, like, conversations, more drama, like, talking about different things. Like I'm happy we learned that Leah and Miguel are official. Like, we already knew Janae and Serena were, but I'm happy to know Leah and Miguel are, because I absolutely adore them. But other than that, I just think it was a waste of time. Like, I'm happy they clocked Andrea. Happy Kayla and Liv called out Aaron. Kayla stood her ground, was a bad bitch, and, like, did not cry. I was thrilled about that, but other than that, like, it was a waste of fucking time. Am I the only one who thought that? It was, like, literally pointless, and it was such a letdown. Like, after such a good season, I was ready to have some great, like, drama and, like, this reunion. I was about to have a great time, but it was such a letdown. Like, I don't know if it was just me. Like, I think it might have just been me, and the fact that, like, they didn't talk about everything they wanted. I wanted them to, and, like, I wanted them to address more. I didn't want them to show the, what's it called? The fire pit scene so much, because that was just not needed. Like, yeah, a bit to get Leah in the clear, but other than that, didn't need it. There's just a lot they could have done without. Like, they really could have done without half the background. Like, I honestly think if they brought the final four, Kayla and Aaron, Liv, and Andrea, it would have been, like, fine. Like, I'm happy other people were there, of course, and Daniela, because I wanted her there. But, like I said, they didn't do anything. And I was wondering if they were going to talk about, what's his name? The guy who, like, wasn't allowed there. You know who I'm talking about. The one with tattoos from Casa that, like, got kicked out and wasn't allowed to be there. Kane, I think that's his name. I wanted them to address that, because I don't even know what happened with him. But, like, it was just, honestly, like, I enjoyed it, seeing them on my screen again, like, some of them, but it was a waste of my time. Like, all I cared about was Kayla and Aaron going at it, finding out, like, what's going on with Nicole and Kendall, and then them going after Andrea. That's literally all I cared about, and I got that. But, like, other than that, useless. I was expecting more. Also, I was expecting, like, it to be 2 hours, because they initially said they were going to cut it into 2 parts. Then they didn't. But, like, I was expecting it to be, like, 2 hours. And maybe we would have had more. Like, I don't get it. It just wasn't it. It pissed me off. Like, I don't know what else to say besides the fact it was not it. Some of it was, like, a waste of my time. And, like, I was excited, but, like, it was just not it. I'm sorry if you liked it. Like, if you liked it, like, I'm happy for you. Like, for me, just didn't hit. I think it didn't hit from the start. Like, when Nicole started going off at Kendall and, like, saying shit and crying, I was like, okay, like, this could be a fucking disaster. Like, I just knew. But I'm happy I was able to see them one last time, and maybe we'll see some of them in Love Island games. I mean, I didn't watch season 1, but I'll watch season 2, because it's coming back in 2025, and I feel like we're maybe going to see Liv in it. I feel like Liv might be in it. I really hope she is, because I would be ready to go. Even if she's not in it, I'll still be sat watch it, but I hope Liv's in it. Because I know none of, like, the 4 are going to be in it. I know Leah's not, because she got offered it, and she said no. Like, she's done with reality TV, which is completely understandable, honestly. Like, I don't blame the girl. But, like, I'm excited to see that. I mean, I don't even know what Love Island Games is. I just hope it's better than this shit. Because, like, they showed, like, a couple people's faces, like, their reaction to Love Island Games coming back. That's why I think, like, maybe Liv might be in it. I don't know. Like, maybe Rob will be in it. I'm just trying to think. I'm just still thrown off about, like, how we did not get a lot of Rob in this reunion. Like, I'm fine with it because I didn't like him, but I was ready for them to address the Leah and Rob whole thing. And they didn't. Like, that threw me off. Like, that was one of the things I was really expecting. And, like, I mean, I love Leah and Miguel, and I want them to be happy, but I wanted them to address it in a way. Because it was such a big thing on the show, but also in the fans. Like, I still see edits of Leah and Rob, and I put them in compilations because, like, I do compilations for Love Island. But I don't like them, and I don't like it. Like, I wanted them to address it more. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Just, it's a fucking letdown. And I am pissed off. So I'm probably just going to end the episode here because I don't know what else to say. Because it's just, I don't know. I was expecting it to be, like, this, like, to be longer and, like, me rant longer. But it's, like, when I planned on doing this, it was before I even watched the reunion. So I was expecting a lot more shit to go down. And it was just pointless. Like, the main thing we got was a Pizza Hut ad. Or sponsorship or whatever. It's like I did not think we needed to see them eat Pizza Hut so much. Or was that just me? I don't know. But thank you so much for listening. Sorry, this really didn't have a theme. It's just me ranting about shit. But I like doing these type of things where I just rant about stuff I'm pissed off about. Because this really did piss me off. But again, thank you so much for listening. And I'll see you guys soon.